Hey guys, I'm brand new to this. This is my first video, I think ever, and I just wanted to say hi to everybody and talk about how I got introduced into freaking paganism, all of that wonderful stuff. Um, First off, my name is Katie, and like I said, I'm brand new to all this, and I'm really excited to learn. I got started with all of this probably just before Halloween, I think. Well, I knew about it before, obviously, but I didn't really get into it until probably October. Um, and the person that I was babysitting for, she calls herself a pagan, and she's pretty stellar. She wasn't hiding it, but she didn't go out of her way to tell me because she thought I was religious. She didn't want to offend me. And I asked her about it one day because I saw something in her kitchen. She had a statue, and I was like, hey, look at that. That's so neat. What is it? And she was like, oh my gosh. And so she went on um, a rant about how awesome it was. And she's been very helpful. She asked me to go to Pagan Pride Fest with her. I could not, unfortunately, but I was so excited. And then I was babysitting and we went camping, and I met her sister who is also a witch. Um, and they're just two of the coolest people I've ever met in my entire life. And I want to be just like them. They have this thing about them. They just give off good energy, and just being around them makes me want to be a better person. And I love them so much. Sorry. Anyway, recently I got another job. I work after school at a kids program. I'm a youth tutor. And another one of my coworkers has a tattoo on her arm that says something about witch, and I was like, hey, what is that? And then she told me, oh, I'm a witch, and she likes this religion and that religion, and she has a lot of different beliefs, and she doesn't really have just one. She likes a bunch of them. She calls herself a witch. But she's pretty cool too, and she's kind of adopted me, and they're both being very helpful, um, and they're very supportive, and they're very open to talking about whatever, which I appreciate a lot because otherwise I couldn't learn. And I've done a lot of research, but I'm not really sure where to start, so I'm working on that, and so far I think it's going pretty well. I haven't been having the easiest life right now. Nobody does have an easy life, but it's been exceptionally hard since October. And I think that's maybe why I picked it up when I did, because I was looking for something to help me. My grandfather passed away, and we had to bring my grandma from Arizona to Wisconsin, and doing that right before winter isn't really the most ideal thing ever. But we're gonna do it. We did it, and I just needed something to lean on, and I don't know why I decided that this was a good thing, but I'm so glad I did, and I've definitely just thrown myself into it. Like I said, I do a lot of research. I talk to people that I know about it. I talk to people who are against it and try to figure out why, because I don't see why someone would be against something. I'm not against religions of any kind, and if that's what you want to do, I support you. Just don't push it on me, and I'm not telling them they need to be a witch. But I'd like to see why people are for it and why people are not. And it seemed to be really helping me cope. I'm not mad at anyone ever anymore. I used to have a lot of anger problems, and I kind of just let it fall where it may, and just appreciate things more now, I guess. I tried to tell my mom that this was something I was interested in, and she is religious. She's a Christian. She she loves Jesus, which is fine. I'm not against it. But she likes to pick on me because I don't particularly love Jesus, and she doesn't understand how I can love someone that's not there, which is it is the biggest. Oh, I mean, Jesus is not standing in front of me saying, "Hey, girl, how you doing?" Um, it's a spiritual thing, and it's a belief, and I respect it. And she's gotten so much better with respecting mine. Not that she didn't to begin with. She didn't understand why I liked what I like. But she was okay with it because they go through a lot of phases, and she thought, oh, she'll probably just outgrow it. So I haven't, and she's been very supportive. She only asked about it. She's only asked about it maybe a few times. But my mom and I have a great relationship, and I know that even if she doesn't agree with what I'm doing, she will support me. And she likes nature, and I like nature, so we get along pretty well when we're talking about this kind of stuff. And even though she talks about Jesus all the time, and I talk about the goddess all the time, we don't argue about it. And I want to say that I hope everyone's parents are like that if they're, still a minor or still living at home, or even if they just want to tell their parents. I really hope that your parents will be supportive and maybe, ask you questions about it, instead of just like, oh, okay, you do your thing. I hope that your parents will get involved, and your friends and your family, and even people who aren't your friends and family. I really hope that you find what makes you happiest, because I found my happiness, and I would love to share it with everyone. So, long story short, I have amazing people in my life that are definitely helping me get through this journey, and molding me to be the person I'm going to be very soon. I love them all to pieces, and I thank the goddess every day because I have such fabulous people, and because I have so much support. And I really think that the goddess had something to do with that, because she knew I needed it, and she knew I needed her, and I needed the love and something that I can see to believe in, like the trees. I love trees. I've always loved trees. But now I ask a question, and when the wind blows, I take it as a sign for, hey, here's your answer. And I really hope that you guys find something like that, because it's a magical feeling, just like the whole experience, and like life itself. It's pretty fantastic. I need to finish decorating for Christmas. I took a sit break because I've been standing all day. But I love Christmas. Look at the Christmas tree. And I recently learned that Christmas was a pagan holiday until, other people came and decided it wasn't going to be a pagan holiday anymore. So I thought that was kind of neat. But it was nice to talk to you guys. I did go on a rant. I apologize. But I send my love, and let's see.